Hi everyone, and welcome to this video on how to tap and use this powerful stress relieving technique that will benefit your mental, emotional, and physical state of being. In this video, I'm going to show you where the tapping points are physically on your body, and then I'm going to explain what to do with these points. So I want you to tap along with me. Okay, the first point is on the side of the hand. You can use the left side or the right side. It's exactly the same. The points are on both sides of your body. I'm right-handed. So using 3 fingers, I'm going to start tapping on the side of the hand, just like this. And I just want you to imitate what I'm doing. And then we're going to go down the body. This is the second point, top of the head, and you can use both hands or one hand as you prefer. The third point is at the start of the eyebrow. It's called the top of the eyebrow. And I'm using 2 fingers. Again, I can go to the left side if I prefer it. Okay. The next point is on the other side of the eyebrow, on the temple. Again, still using 2 fingers, and I can use both hands if I wish. The next point is under the eye, on the bone. And you'll just notice naturally, you're going to tap 5 to 7 times. Under the nose, in the groove of the chin, and then where the collarbone is, just underneath, that creates this V-neck. I'm going to use both hands here and just tap underneath the collarbone. The next point is hand width under the armpit. And the final point is on the wrist where the pulse is. Again, I can use one hand if I want to, or both. I tend to use both hands when I'm tapping on the points. All right, great. So these are the 10 points. And these 10 points constitute 1 round of tapping. And now I'm going to explain what to do with these points, how to actually tap and get you started. So to start the tapping process, we need to begin by acknowledging what the issue is for us. What's the situation, condition we're in, and how do we feel about it? And why do we feel this way if you know why you're feeling this way? Okay, and it's called a setup statement, tapping on the side of the hand. You can follow me now. The setup statement starts with, even though there's this issue, whatever your issue is, and it makes me feel XYZ because XYZ, I still accept how I'm feeling, or you can say, I still love and accept myself, or merely, I still accept myself. So let me give you an actual example. So even though the owner of my house has decided to raise the rent, and this has left me feeling really anxious, because what if I can't pay that new rent? I still accept how I'm feeling right now. And I do that 3 times. I can vary it a little bit, even though I'm feeling really stressed out because the owner wants to raise my rent, and it means I'm going to be struggling every month. It might mean I'm going to be overwhelmed, and this worries me. I still choose to love and accept myself. Even though the owner of my house has decided to raise the rent, and I feel anxious and stressed out about it because it's putting quite a bit of pressure on me, I still choose to accept myself right now. Okay, so that's the setup statement. Now, a few people ask always, why are we focusing on the negative? The reason why we're stuck emotionally is because we're resisting the issue. Emotionally speaking, we're resisting it. And whatever we resist persists. So this work is about getting honest. And the point of getting honest is not to get stuck in those emotions, but to liberate them. We need to acknowledge the negative, but with the intention of wanting to release the negative emotions. So that's why we start with how we're really feeling, and we accept how we're feeling because we can't change whatever we're not accepting. Okay, so the setup statement is really important because it sets us up for the rest of the process. And we'll be able to start sending that signal to the brain that it's safe for us to relax, it's safe for us to let this go. And this creates a kind of neutrality and a non-judgment towards the issue. And that is true emotional freedom. So after we do the setup statement 3 times, then we go through the remaining 9 points. And I'm saying a reminder phrase, all right, as I'm going through the rest of the points. Yeah? And you just have to imagine you're talking to someone about how you feel. So you're talking, but then you're tapping on yourself to make that shift. And you can do like 2 rounds of that and then stop and just see where you're at. Maybe another aspect has come up, another emotion. So you start from the beginning with the other emotion, work on one emotion at a time. And if you're feeling that shift, then it means you've done a great job at that point. So let me give you an example. I started with the owner that's raising the rent and me feeling stressed and anxious. So after doing it 3 times, I would go to the top of the head, all these feelings of stress in my body, top of the eyebrow, because the owner is raising the rent, side of the eye, and this makes me really anxious. Under the eye, because I'm going to struggle to pay that rent every month. Under the nose, what if it overwhelms me? On the chin, all the stress about the raising price of my rent. Under the collarbone, all this anxiety in my body. Under the arm, all this overwhelm on the wrist. These stressful feelings in my body. Okay, so then you can like continue to do another round of tapping and just see where you're at. You need to reach a point where you're feeling quite neutral. All right, and if you're not feeling neutral by that point, you need to ask yourself, is there something that I'm missing? And the more detailed you are about how you're feeling, so get even more detailed about feeling stressed out, the more success you're going to have with this technique. So give it a go on whatever you're struggling with and let me know how you get on. Thank you.